Yo, what's up? We're here. It's the first time I'm debuting this garbage list. We're gonna play some Pioneer Goblins. How do we come at this list? There was a bunch of thought that went into it. I guess we'll take it from as far back as we can go. A while ago, I was under the impression that you could play, some kind of aggro goblins list. How's it going, Raider Adam? Good to see you again. I definitely remember that name, so I'm glad you're here. Taught us for some Pioneers. So a while ago, though, I was like thinking maybe you could just play some kind of aggro goblins list in Modern, right? So there's a Pioneer channel in the Discord, and somebody posted a pretty similar list to what I had from Modern, and I was like, wait a minute, I tried this list already, and then I realized that I had tried it basically in Modern. So they posted this list, and it's from like almost 8 months ago or something like that. August is it's 8 months ago. And it looked so similar to what I had played that I was just like, maybe there's something here. Not a lot has changed. However, not a fan of the Rabble Master. Never been a fan of Rabble Master. Basically, any Goblins list. It does a lot of damage, but it's sort of just a bad Goblin pile driver. No, Snoop's in it. Snoop's in it. Snoop draws a lot of cards. It's not about being too slow. It's about, Pioneer games aren't that fast, right? So, anyway, I cut the Rabble Masters because I don't want to have my board just get fucking wiped. You know what I mean? By silly stuff. I got 2 ringleaders, 2 more on the board in case we find a grindy matchup. Got 2 chain whirlers, 2 more on the board. Probably gonna side them all in against Winoda. Things like that. Lava Coil's probably coming in against Winoda. I basically stole Legion Loyalist is in the deck, so the fact that it's better than Krenko, not relevant. But we're playing both, and the other Boros 3-drop one. Ooh, what is this? I mean, I'm not playing white, so there's that. But let's check it out. Are you talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's the yes, it's the fixed version of Goblin Rabble Master. It's not bad. I wanted to try Krenko for 2 reasons. I'm on a ton of Battlecry Goblins, and I saw that Krenko puts goblins into play based on its power. And so if you're on Hobgoblin Bandit Lords and Battlecry Goblins, you can actually buff this up pretty quick, and then you can actually just fireball your opponent's face with a Krenko that attacks largely. You know what I mean? Like, you don't actually have to connect with this Krenko. So it's got Mentor, and it's a Goblin. I know the one you're talking about. We'll pull it up. Legion Warboss. Yeah, like the one that must attack. All these must attack things. Like, it's not really how you play Goblins. Like, when you get to a board stall, you're gonna. This now is just a 2/2 with Mentor, and like Krenko can just like bring the hammer down any minute. Whereas this is like sort of a nickel and dime play, and this is a huge haymaker. That's what I'm doing. But it's possible that like you should just move this curve up a little bit. I have 2 Skirk Prospectors. Not really sure if they're where we should be at. But all of this is just like sort of a test. Very heavy, low drops of the curve. I used to have only 2 pile drivers, and the 3rd one was in the board, but then I needed to make room for like damping spheres and stuff, and I was just like, why not have the last pile driver? And I think I cut like what the hell did I cut? I don't remember. There's something else main. I might have had like, it wasn't very long ago, and I already forgot. But I think we're gonna go with this list. 21 lands seems about right. Our curve does go up to 4, but what happens when you play Snoop is that you kind of like chug past all of the goblins, and you end up drawing lands. That's been my experience with this. It's a ton of goblins. Snoop has a huge density, as does Ringleader. So we're going to be drawing so many when we get these into play. I played a couple in the practice rooms with it. I had people who were like asking me for the deck list. Speaking of, I should upload this. But we're going to get right into it. I'm going to export this. Just goblins, plain text. And we're going to get into a league. I'm going to burn some tickets. I don't know, you know, what are the other aggro decks in the matchup? There's mono red aggro that is really not an aggro deck, like more of a mid-range deck. So maybe we'll be like, you know, the lowest to the ground thing, but we do draw plenty of cards. We kill X1s pretty well. We have a Lord effect or two. Let's upload a new deck. Step 1. Import it. Browse. Just goblins. Okay, and set as current. Got the URL. Then I guess I'm supposed to tell my bot this, and I never do. Does anybody know the command to set my current stream record deck? Is it just current? Nope. Is it deck? Oh, it already did it. Well, that's the Stream Decker bot. Does the MTGO bot have one too? I think it does. Whatever. How's it going, Sir Eccles? Yeah. If you saw me pull up the modern version earlier, it had Goblin Grenade in it, just 2 of them. This hand is not good enough. This is a 21 lander. I'm kind of not happy about that, but oh well, let's mulligan it. This is much better. We'll throw the 4-drop to the bottom, and we'll see how this one does. So, Battlecry Goblin looking great, just in a hand that's all these 1/1s. I did notice while playing, I played against Dredge, Grixis Control, and a third deck I can't remember while I was in the practice room. And you really do have to squeeze out every bit of damage from combat. I was playing against Dredge, and like they make infinite blockers. We were never in danger of losing, but like you things like this Thalia can prove annoying. We can obviously kill the Thalia with just 1 goblin and a bandit lord, so not gonna save the instigator. I'm gonna save the Battlecry Goblin instead, I suppose. We could also like power out a bandit lord. I don't really want to do that. I haven't used Skirk Prospector at all. So this is a list. It's super cheap. I had most of it. The sideboard is like, I don't know. I haven't wanted to board in more than 2 cards at a time. We'll see if that holds up. Humans is like not the type of matchup that I think we're probably favored in, to be perfectly honest. This might be the better aggro deck. That being said, I wonder what they take here. Probably Ringleader, right? I mean, Bandit Lord is a little bit scary, but I don't know. We have a lot of things we can draw. I wonder if Redcap Melee is better than Lava Coil. Why wouldn't Lava Coil kill? I took this from somebody else's list. I just ported it over because this is a sorcery. Oh my god. 100% Redcap Melee is better. Ugh. I'm actually mad at how dumb it is to play Lava Coil in your red aggro deck that I mean, we're mostly going to be playing at sorcery speed, but yeah, there's no reason not to Redcap Melee instead of... Good call already. Like, I wish You had spoken up while I was building the deck. All right, we're not gonna attack because first strike Thalia. And this is that, like, kind of what I was saying about not wanting to do, like, Rabble Master. Like, you just don't always want to attack. So it's a real drawback. Let's get Red Cap Melee on there. Red Cap Melee. I stole someone else's sideboard. Or if a non-red permanent. Yeah, what? Like, this is 100 million times better than Lava Coil, especially in this Goblins deck. Well, we already have a V2 going. Okay, Luminarch kind of matters because it's going to make Thalia harder to kill. Oh, that's going to make everything way harder to kill. This has got to be an awful matchup. This has got to be just so bad. Honestly, been liking Fury or Fry in aggressive decks because it also kills Teferi and Thing in the Ice. I was playing Fry way back. So they pump up their flyer to try and clock us, which is fine. Our clock is probably still way faster than theirs. I suppose I should kill... Okay, what can I do here? Is this for as long as that card remains exiled? So I never undo the extra cost. I'm going to have to kill the Luminarch Aspirant, but I can't. Which means I may just have to attack them. So if I attack now, I activate. I'm going to do 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage. They have to block. I'm going to lose probably my Battlecry Goblin if I attack with it even. And it's only 19 damage. So here's what we can do. We could play Battlecry Goblin, kill Thalia's Lieutenant, and then just wait, take another 5, and then hope we draw good stuff. If I just, because if I send 19 at them and they don't die, I'm just dead on the crackback. I think that I am going to have to play this Battlecry Goblin and hope. Because this is not looking good for us. Humans is, I mean, of all the decks, I don't just attack. The Thalia's Lieutenant and the Luminarch Aspirant really messed up our plans to be able to kill basically everything they had. Everything just got so big out of nowhere. First strike is scary. I have ways to give my own guys first strike. The first strike is annoying, but I kind of disagree that first strike is scary just because, like, it looks scary because it's going to kill all my guys before I can deal damage to them, but usually my guys are small enough that they're going to die to anything blocking them anyway. So it's, the Thalia is annoying. I was going to kill it first. And it is because it had first strike, but like once they get huge like this, it doesn't matter anymore. So we have to draw something crazy off the top. Den's not going to do it, is it? But I'm probably supposed to play... All right, so do I have one more turn? I have one more turn. So if I do this, play a ringleader to try and draw cards, I may be able to get this going. I have to sack, I guess, a token. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to go wide. At the beginning, it was going to be annoying. Wow, what a terrible draw. Okay. I mean, Pile Driver will have haste and will be very big, but it's not really ideal. Kinda want a land isn't the worst now, but I don't know if that's enough damage anyway. So, what we really want is Legion Loyalist, I think. Yeah, Legion Loyalist would line up so good here. Give all my stuff first strike and trample, and then it shouldn't matter that if they have blockers. But there goes Pile Driver. Oh, non-creature, non-land, so that's gonna stay. What does this guy do? This guy's one of the lamest characters in all of Magic. Every or another human enters the battlefield, exile a target card from my graveyard. Okay, and kill big stuff. I hate all the legendary humans that nobody remembers their name or anything they did. Like, just silly. Legion Loyalist is probably our best draw, and it may not be enough. They still have to make a mistake. Actually, if they just attack with everybody, we're pretty much dead. Because we take 6 in the air. We have to block. Can't do 20 through all of this. Yeah, let's just go to the next game, I think. Well, alright. Actually, Battlecry Goblin's going to bring one thing with it. They may only attack with the Elite Spellbinder because they're not attacking with everybody anyway. But these are kill spells that they're just choosing not to use. Franco Kingpin to kill Spellbinder. Well, there's the Cranko Kingpin. But to give Cranko Kingpin haste, I need to pay 2, but then I can sack something. I have to not attack with this. I think we're just dead. I mean, we're gonna attack, and we're gonna hold back this, but I'm pretty sure we're just dead. So I can sack these to pump as well. But this is like the crazy bomb that I'm talking about with Cranko. Like, it is way different than just Mentor. It does a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to be able to pump a bunch of our guys and hit them in the face for 5 at least. 6, actually. Nothing has trample, unfortunately. I mean, this is lethal, right? 3, 6. I mean, it's lethal. I don't have to do the math. But this is 10, 18, 20. So they block the Battlecry Goblin, which is smart because I can't sack the Battlecry Goblin. Well, I can, but they might not know that. Okay, so here's what we do. We're definitely going to pump once. I think they may have messed up. I think they're dead. I think they actually messed up. Because this is going to be so much damage. And then... yeah. Hey. Why are these highlighted when I have to pay? I want to make sure that I click the right thing. Yeah. And then I believe I can sacrifice Battlecry Goblin as part of activating its own ability. Because you declare you're paying it, and then... Yeah. Did it happen? Yeah, it got activated. So now they take all this, which is already lethal. Yeah, so they messed up. We had 6 more damage there. If they blocked correctly and we only get 6 through and then deal another 6, I guess we would have gotten like 7 or 8 through. But yeah, they messed up. Kingpin for the win. That was true. Somebody called it beforehand, and then it happened. So Chain Whirler probably coming in here. I don't think they gain life. We probably want like 2 of these lava coils, even though I'm mad that I even have them in my deck. Pile Driver kind of sucks. They're not blue. They have tons of blockers. Like, it's big, but it's not the idea. Pretty hard to sideboard in this in general. But finding it hard in this map, because like, what do? I can't just aggro them out. So like, Foundry Street Denizen kind of sucks, right? Like, Fanatical Firebrand probably a little bit better than Foundry Street Denizen, and Legion Loyalist is pretty important, I think. So maybe I cut like the last Pile Driver. Maybe the Bandit Lord just isn't actually that good. It's pretty good though, not gonna lie. Maybe you just don't want that many Chain Whirlers? Let's got one more of these guys. We're on the draw. It's definitely worse on the draw than it is on the play. Coils. Yeah, I brought in 2 coils. You don't wanna overboard with any of these like aggro decks against another creature matchup, because every creature you play in a go wide deck can kind of take the place of a removal spell. We just want to kill the important creatures, right? Like, you saw we killed 1 creature there and it wasn't even that important. Like, yeah, they punted, but we just need like actual goblins, you know? Like, if this ringleader was a lava coil, would I be happy? I would, based on the number of lands in my hand, but we'll see as the game goes on. Like, I don't want to take a turn off to do that, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I don't want to show them that I can kill Thalia. So I'm going to play Legion Loyalist out and just hit them. Even though Legion Loyalist is important, we have 4 of them. And Thalia, they probably think it's a brick wall for a while, and we'll just be able to get some more chip damage in. And it's Luminarch Aspirant. I guess I'm wishing I had played the Fanatical Firebrand and not attacked. Like, that's never happening. So, we're gonna see if they make a dumb move. We're gonna attack with just a Legion Loyalist. I will 2-for-1 myself to get rid of this Luminarch Aspirant, because we have so much other stuff in hand and a way to refill. They should probably never block like this, right? Like, what could they think is going on here? This may be a bad trade from me, but I mean, I'm gonna do it. Because I can't afford to, like, have them play a Thalia's Lieutenant, can I? Next turn, we'll try and Chain Whirler. And then we'll just start laying our goblins down and eventually swing in for a ton. Yeah, definitely gonna play out a Chain Whirler here. I know that, you know, you can save it to kill X1s, but... Yeah, they did mull really low. I forgot about that as well. But this thing could have been such a brick wall had they not taken that trade. To choose human. Are they just on an all-lander? Okay. I mean, we're just going to hit him for 3. Chain Whirler is, like, has got the best body of any goblin, basically. So, pretty good to just slam them into play. I don't know, Nick. That's what we're figuring out. It's hard to Coco into a 3/3 first striker, no matter how good your deck is, right? Like, I don't know. I don't think that there's a lot of Coco hits that save that. We're just gonna kill this, I think. Actually, it's got a block. Yeah. So maybe I just, well, then the other option is just Battlecry Goblin, don't swing with the Battlecry Goblin, but pump everything, which doesn't sound bad. I'll take it. Nah. Yeah, why not? I don't know. They're super low on cards. It's not if this, yeah, if you attacked with creatures of total. So it wouldn't have been 6 damage if I didn't swing. So they're like dead next turn. Even if I don't play anything, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so they're gonna portable hole my goblin. My battle. Well, they're all goblins. And maybe that's a reason to just play the instigator. You draw land and activate battle cry with 2 channelers on board. It's pretty much game over for them. I mean, that's true. Brutal Cathar is gonna exile my Chain Whirler here. Is that what happens? Yeah. Okay. All right. They're coming back into this because of my loose play, but there are things we can do. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord is actually one of them, isn't it? So we play this. We get to swing for 2. Next turn, we get to Instigator and kill this. And actually, we can Chain Whirler and kill it too, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, I was like, first strike. That doesn't say first strike. I shouldn't have attacked into that, but it's the backside that has first strike. I think we're doing okay. It looked like they were like pretending to Coco right then. We'll see. Just gonna Instigator. Oh wait. Oh, I messed up. I didn't realize that they played nothing, so this would. Why is there no like animation or sound when it flips? What gives? Doesn't it feel like that should happen? So I can't attack into it at all. And now that I did that, I might as well just do this. But the Bandit Lord is gonna like prove pretty good, because with Ramunap Ruins as our last 2 points of damage, Pioneer Goblins is lacking a Gem Palm or Munitions Expert. I mean, yes and no. You can't just build the same deck in every format in every era and expect to just always have the same tools, but Hobgoblin Bandit Lord is like, that is a piece of removal. Like, it's not nothing. Like, it's a real thing. So we do this, we swing past them for 4 damage, and they die. So we're 1-0 against humans, which I thought was going to be a terrible matchup. So yeah. But if I want a reliable removal, like, I could just play Strangle, you know, the new one. But we have Chain Whirler, we have Trample and First Strike, we have Fanatical Firebrand, which it's not a coincidence that it's got Fanatic in its name, so it's, you know, just this generation's Mog Fanatic. We swing for 1 billion, like, and Snoop and Bandit Lord is a legit combo because you get a lot of goblins from that, and so is Krenko. I thought about playing Twin Shot, but I just wanna commit to the board, and 4 mana is like not a spell that I want to play in my 21 land deck. So like with 21 lands, I'm probably not going to play Twin Shot as a 4-drop very often. And so it felt like just better not to have it. Um it's not like I'm playing all 4 ringleaders and I need to draw goblins, off of ringleader. Um so like I don't know. It's possible it should be in here though. You could definitely make room for it. This is just the super basic balls to the wall. Let's get him dead and we'll worry about the rest of it later type deck. Like we should go way wider than most people. Here, given that they only played that, I think I'm just going to play Loyalist. No, I'm going to play Skirk first, right? It's just correct to play Skirk first. And then next turn I'm attacking for 2. It's actually more or less the same when you only have this one haster. Okay. They fading hoped my guy. And they just played a second land, that's it. Let's do it again. As usual, hoping to save Snoop until you can get some kind of value off of it. Spectral Adversary. So this is Mono Blue Spirits. And they're gonna start curiositying me. But, I mean, I imagine this game ends with them with a ton of cards in hand. That's how we want to win. We'll see if it happens that way. I have a handful of spells because they didn't play a land that turn. Values 3 or less. I mean, they can bounce it no matter what. I think I'm supposed to play the Hobgoblin this turn. So I'm just going to do it. Okay, I didn't even know this was a card. If you would have told me they had a 1-mana counterspell, I would have said, yeah, but it can't hit creatures. So this is just straight up mana leak for the mono blue deck. It's a little bit annoying. I played into that as badly as I could have. Would they have countered my Legion Loyalist? I don't know. But we still got to save the Snoops, so I'm happy about that. Knew they had a handful of gas, just assumed they were spirits. Thought that 1 blue mana was just awkward because they needed to play Curious Obsession ASAP, right? Turns out, no. Okay. 3 blue mana. I'm going to play Snoop first. Everything that's not a land is a goblin. Instigator coming off the top. I think we still want to pull this off the top. Like, we're just going to upgrade our token to a haster. Den of the Bugbear we found, which is fine. But now that, we're going to clear the land with our draw step next turn, so we're glad we did it. Does Rattle Chains matter here? I don't think it does, because we have First Strike. So that's good. If we really want to, we can activate Den next turn. And they've drawn 1 card off their Curious Obsession. We already drew 2 off Snoop, so we're doing okay. A decent blocker. Yeah, when you run 35 goblins or something like that. What is it, 39 I think I had? I put them all into one pile because literally everything here is a goblin. Yeah, 39 goblin. Yeah, it's just 60 minus 21. You can be pretty confident you're gonna hit goblins. I mean, we're gonna do this before attacking because they probably have bounce. We're dead in the air next turn, by the way. So we're gonna have to do something special here, it feels like. Keep going. Keep going. These are more or less free because we can just sack things to pay. I guess we're looking for well, this doesn't do it. We're looking for like a hobgoblin off the top. Because this is we need to do 15, yeah. All right, well, we fizzled. We're gonna take 7 in the air. It's not good. So are we dead? I think we're dead. Even if I activate this Ramunap Ruins, it's 2 damage. Like, I needed a way to give stuff haste. Oh, I cut War Chiefs. I was trying to remember what I had cut. So I can play this. I can upgrade my Foundry Street into a haster. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. I swing, I hit them for 6. Then I activate Ramunap Ruins and I do 8 damage. Just not enough. So we're gonna go to the next game. Because there's no way for me to stop this. Okay. I mean, we were just pulling goblins off the top, though. Felt really strong. So 1 or 2 lava coils is going to be okay. Maybe 3? I don't think so, though. I think these chain whirlers are... they're kind of iffy. The content I'm here for. I'm glad you're here for it, Oak Tree. Legion Loyalist was good. Firebrand's probably not that good, right? That was pretty wild, though. I mean, we probably want all of our pile drivers still in, right? So we're not going to be able to shave those. I just don't think Chain Whirler at that point in the game is going to be fast enough or good enough, right? Like, we want a couple lava coils. And just not want any Chain Whirlers? Because it's not like Rattle Chains doesn't exist, but like, I just don't. I don't want to put a 5-mana card in my deck. When, like, that's, I don't know. Would it work in some games, Siege King? Sure. But I don't want to put a 5-mana card in my deck that I'm not going to be able to cast most games. Let's cut a Cranko and put another Lava Coil in. Because this is bigger than most of their stuff, so... I don't know. I'm piling all of the goblins into the deck so that we can do things like we just did with Snoop. And I think that's way more powerful than adding the other stuff at this point, because we have no other thing going for us other than the fact that we are a hardcore tribal deck that is going to benefit from all of the pieces of that. Like, we need to be able to storm like we did. We need our pile drivers to be strong when we have them. We need to not feel like we wasted our time on Boundary Street Denizen and things like that. Yeah, I think these pile drivers are going to win the game. I think that is an astute observation there. We just need to be able to continue attacking with goblins. But this might be a counterspell, but it can't be. It could be like Essence Scatter, I guess. We don't have any hasty people. This could be Rattle Chains. Rattle Chains will not block that. But it'll block our Fanatical Firebrand just fine, but that's okay. I'm just going to play this and play... Because this survived, I'm just going to play another pile driver. What do you got? Can you counter this? Alright, they concede. I think they were going to try and bounce something and then realize it has haste. On the draw, we're going to be on the back foot a little bit. They don't gain life. I think the 3 lava coils is fine. I think Firebrand probably just gets worse. But what is the Denizen? These are so strong on turns where you have them in play and you do what we did with Snoop. That's kind of why I haven't been cutting them. Goro, you could play it as a one of. I wouldn't play more than one because it's not really that strong in general. Like, you saw how bad the pile driver looked off the top. Like, because it costs 2 mana. I think we keep this. Not good. It attacks pretty aggressively, but it doesn't have any of our, like, best cards in it other than this. I mean, a Snoop in this hand is great. A Battlecry Goblin in this hand is great. Pile driver is great. But, like, if they start blocking us, we're just screwed. Let's mulligan. Oh, come on. No lander. So they mulled to 6, and then they kept. We obviously have to mulligan to 5. This is much worse than any of the other hands at 5 than it is at... Like, this is a fine 7, not a good 5. I'm like really tempted to keep just the hyper aggro hand and pray. I guess that's what you have to do. Grim Wanderer with Firebrand and Skirk seems cool. I'm only playing 2 Skirk. And yeah, Firebrand is good, but I don't know if you've noticed. But I'm not playing swamps. My mana is perfect because I'm not playing swamps. So yeah, let's just open up the same way. Right now, I don't think Grim Wanderer is enough reason. It's definitely not bad. I mean, how many things of ours die or can die easily? I mean, all of our stuff can die easily, but... Alright, so now they're going to have Mana Leak open, so we need to get this Goblin Pile Driver down to ASAP. So we're definitely playing the Pile Driver next turn, no matter what. They can't bounce it. So it is what it is. We'll attack first. Not gonna fall into the same Mana Leak trap. Oh, wait. We don't want to fall into the same Mana Leak trap. And this isn't uncounterable, it's just pro blue. So I guess I'm just playing the Shameful Legion Loyalist because I didn't realize what was going on. Oh well. But what are the chances that they don't get to leave Mana Leak up every turn of the game from now on? Right? It's just 1 mana. I don't know. I've seen that. Again, every single thing you add that's not a goblin makes your Snoop worse and your Ringleader worse. So like, and your Pile Driver worse and your Battlecry Goblin worse. Like, we're leaning as hard as we can into this. Like, that's what we're saying. Like, I understand that you can wipe their board, you can plague win them. With Call the Death Dweller. Number one, I don't know how you get it into your graveyard, but like, we're playing games on a hopefully smaller time scale than that, right? Like, we don't want to just attack into any old board stall, but we win the board stall. So like, why set up a 2-card combo that wins the board stall when our whole deck is a 60-card combo that wins the board stall if we just keep playing stuff? You know what I mean? I that's how I feel about it right now. Now they just have 3 mana open. This is like impossible, right? I think we just lose. Let's... I mean, I need this pile driver resolved, but it's not gonna. And I need to give it haste. I mean, these are both so good. Maybe I should have just played it a few turns ago. Lofty Denial. Counter target spell. Unless it's control. Oh my god, really? Alright, we're gonna concede this game. We're not winning this one. Spirits is a really good deck, this mono blue Spirits deck. I think we can do some stuff to make the matchup better, but it's not about focusing on 4-whack, because we have a removal spell in Hobgoblin Bandit Lord that, like, we already have a 2-card combo that can kill anything they play, right? Like, we already have Hobgoblin Bandit Lord and Instigator that can kill things. Like, these 3-mana cards are not actually better, especially when they require 2 cards to get going, right? Like, why don't I just want to draw another Instigator? Like, and what do you cut for Call of the Death Dweller, right? Like, and how do you get Chain Whirler into the graveyard? It's like really not the way the deck is working right now, and the way it's built is put them on the back foot, refill your hand. And that is like the classic way that Goblins wins. And I think a lot of the other stuff is just like a little too cute for no reason. And then as far as the black cards, like, your mana actually gets a ton worse. We're playing Goblin Chain Whirler, we're playing Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, we're playing Conspicuous Snoop, and the mana in Pioneer is bad. A lot of it is pathways. And like, if I have to play 4 Dragon Skull Summits, like, how many games am I going to draw? You know, my first 2 lands are just Dragon Skull Summits in my 21 land deck. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. I already don't think it's a pretty good idea to be playing Ringleaders in this deck. You know what I mean? 8 free lands. Well, those lands aren't free when your sideboard cards are actually red. Like, again, I get to just play mountains. I get to play Ramunap Runes and not worry about it. Like, you get mana problems very quickly. Like, right now we have 0. Like, and that's a big deal. The difference between 0 and 1 is huge. It's huge. There's no way that I'm like just looking to add another color for cards that, you know, are not that good. All right, you thought seized me. I assume that they take the Snoop here, but I actually don't know if they'll do that in Pioneer. The Ringleader is probably the scariest card in general. Especially they don't know I'm only playing 21 lands and I don't expect to draw another land. Yeah. But they've already done some work for us and we just got Thoughtseize bugged, so get bugged, opponent. Get bugged. But yeah, the difference between 0 and 1 is huge. If I was looking to wipe boards and draw cards and stuff, I probably wouldn't be playing Goblins deck. Like, I think those in like really long board stall games where we couldn't go over the top, that Call of the Death Dweller thing, you know, it gets a little bit more enticing. This is probably Fatal Push. So we're just gonna play around Fatal Push by attacking first. They don't know if we're gonna play Snoop or not, and then we're not gonna play Snoop. So they can hold that Fatal Push up the rest of the game if they want. And they choose not to. Want a 2-mana 5/3? Yeah, it's alright. I mean, Goblin Pile Driver is like a 2-mana 5/3. And except it's like a 2-mana 9/2 instead. But, alright. So now, unfortunately, they have thought seized away our second card draw. Our last one, too. I actually think I'm just going to play Krenko here. Because I'd rather have 2 mana with Snoop. Let's attack. But I think Pile Driver in the non-blue matchups is probably one of the worst cards in the deck. So that's one of the reasons that I'm not like big on it. Because like if you look at the other cards, they all do something except Pile Driver when they're on their own. Well, except Foundry Street Denizen. But like Legion Loyalist has haste. Battlecry Goblin is fucking nuts. Instigator comes with a second thing. Like Pile Driver kind of just sits there and it only ever buffs itself. So it's like doesn't really work well with others. So I'm like I'm kind of low on it as just like a big non-hasty beater. Alright, so they Dreadbore my Krenko, which means I actually get to play my Snoop, and hopefully it does survive at this point. Although they seem to be black-red mid-range, and they're probably just going to keep doing that sort of thing. Perfect amount of goblins on top, it turns out. Although, you never hate more, but... They only have the 2 lands over there. That's what's been going on. 3 lands. What do you have now? What about Kazul's Fury? Lands that come into play tapped, probably not great, but a fling effect would have been pretty neat in that game. That is Kazul's Fury, right? Look at how cool this is, dude. You don't even have to play it. You just do this. So cool. I'm pretty sure it's more damage to not play it. So, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 damage. Without the Snoop, it's 19 damage. So, like, that's one of the reasons you don't need to be, like, a real aggro deck, and you don't want to play cards that make you attack every turn. Because we had 19 damage on that turn, so it kind of didn't matter what we did every turn before that. We were kind of just setting up the game with chip damage and pressure. You know what I mean? I wonder if they gain life. I think Kalidas is going to be our big problem here. Because it gains a ton of life and makes blockers. But I think Ringleader is probably also really good against them. So I guess we'll cut. I mean, the Denizens are probably like pretty weak just because of Fatal Push, but they're also going to eat a bunch of Fatal Pushes. So I'm going to cut. Probably these Pile Drivers are actually among the worst cards. Let's see. Let's shave. Maybe we don't need 4, but we're going to play 4. We're going to take away Krenko. We're going to take away Pile Driver. We're going to take away a Denizen. And take away a Prospector. Let's just shave everywhere. Shaved everywhere, like some kind of swimmer or I don't know who else shaves everywhere, to be honest. I have no idea, Dragon Fodder. You hit the nail on the head on it being great versus Lotus Field, and that's... I'm not a Pioneer player. I mean, I can obviously play the decks, but I stole somebody else's sideboard, and I noticed that my old sideboard just didn't have anything for Lotus Field, so I was like, yes, of course Damping Sphere should be in there. But no idea what's actually, it comes in against Nykthos, actually, like, to answer the question for real, I guess. Is that going to put us over the edge against Nykthos? I don't even know. Like, maybe it actually shouldn't come in against Nykthos. So clearly leaving up some number of removal spells. Save our good goblins in hand. This lava coil, I'm hoping it does work. I guess it's gonna do some work here. Because do we need to kill this? Yeah, they gain life with this. Alright. Damping coming against Phoenix. Yeah, I've played Phoenix and it's annoying for sure, but they are able to win long games. I really hope I draw a land for this Battlecry Goblin. We're just gonna kill this thing before it gets out of hand. I forgot about the ward. I mean, obviously I'm going to discard a card. I want to play the Denizen here. Yeah, I kind of agree, Dragon Fodder, that a lot of them just read badly. But it's just, this is a wall of text. Like, Ward and Daybound, like, those should both be at the top. So the fact that Daybound and Nightbound kind of bookend these things is stupid. But anyway, I may need 2 Battlecry Goblins, but, like, the second Battlecry Goblin is worse than the first Pile Driver. So I guess we'll discard it. We'll just get this into play. Attack for a bunch. I think I'm going to play Pile Driver next turn, unless I draw land. Yeah, it's really a novel. And this is a novel, but at least it's like kind of only got 2 chapters, if that makes sense. This looks like a novel and isn't. Okay. Okay, so they gain a bunch of life. I probably just should never have tried to answer that card in the first place. And I think I would be in a better position. Well, so if I play Battlecry Goblin and I pump once, I get an extra goblin and I attack with 2/2/2/2 3/1 and another 1/1. I think that's the thing to do. And then next turn I can play Pile Driver and give it haste. But we're not attack. We could attack with the Battlecry Goblin, but I don't think I want to. I think I'd rather definitely have it next turn, especially with them at 20. So I'm going to hit attack all when I'm going to pull this back. Come on. Oh, Magic Online just wanted to get me there. They were like, definitely. Maybe I should have saved these things and not attacked. And just attack with the Foundry Street Denizen? Wait a second. What happened to my 1/1? Oh, it's only when that attacks? Why did I think it was when I didn't have to attack with it? I thought I read that earlier. I wouldn't have even... I probably would have just played Pile Driver had I realized that. Well, didn't matter what I played. We were about to get blown out by Kolagon's command. So, good draws include Goblin Ringleader and Conspicuous Snoop. There are 8 of them, although the Ringleader's at the bottom, so... There it is. Firebrand, Snoop, and the Hobgoblin. I'll definitely hit you for a bunch. So that was pretty good. You do love to see it. I wonder what they do. It was a decent hit. Not great. It was pretty good. So if they don't have a removal spell, they'll be looking for one. But an attack like that suggests a removal spell. Although they do just gain life. I imagine there's like a fatal push here. Okay. So if there's a fatal push... I mean, I'm definitely playing Hobgoblin and Legion Loyalist. And this doesn't count. Alright. Well, it doesn't matter, because it won't have haste unless it survives. I won't be able to tap unless it survives. I'm gonna do this. Raise that power up. I guess I don't have to play the Hobgoblin, but it's got to be the best play, right? I could have just played Snoop. But they're letting me attack. So I'm gonna get first strike. So, like, this is a horrible block no matter what now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess they're gonna kill this, so it's not gonna be 10, 11. Looks like it. This is a fatal push on my Hobgoblin. Or, I guess... Yeah, they should do it on the Hobgoblin. I was gonna say, I guess they could do it on the Ringleader, but... Okay, so it's not a horrible black no matter what. I forgot that I was counting on them doing that. They're at 6. I'm gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6 damage next turn, 7 actually. So they can't really just swing at me. Unless they have a lightning bolt. They may just have a lightning bolt. But they are known dead to my hand if they have nothing, which means they probably don't have nothing. Chandra, she's gonna do the last 2 points of damage to me. Alright, that was a close one. Ooh, Stomp is gonna be really good against us too. What do we do against these things? Well, Lava Coil is just getting worse and worse, isn't it? I don't think Chain Whirler's good enough, but it does have like a pretty good body. We still have 2. We almost could have won that long game. I don't really think I should have ever Lava Coiled that thing. Am I crazy? Maybe I don't want any Lava Coils? Hard to say. I kind of want to say I don't. Maybe we should have just started blocking. I think we go with bring in another. Let's bring in the last Foundry Street Denizen. But I don't really know how to play against a lot of these decks, or like my own deck even. So we're just feeling our way through this. How do you keep this against a deck that just like definitely has fatal pushes? No. I think you have to keep this. But like how? Man. I think you do have to keep this though. All right. Are we learning in real time why people don't play Goblins in Pioneer? I actually think it seems like it has enough game, but this opponent never seemed concerned. All right, there goes Thoughtseize. Good thing we didn't mull. I mean, I have to play out Snoop into whatever nonsense they have. Because we're hoping to refill our hand with something like Snoop. Yeah, we're just playing out Snoop. Ringleader on top is what I want to see. We're going to play Bandit, then Ringleader, then we'll activate Den of the Bugbear. How many more removal spells do you have? And how expensive are they, I guess, is the next question. Well, they're not playing one here. They're going to gain some life. I'm just going to slam this Ringleader. Holding W for the value. Okay. So I had War Chiefs in an earlier version of this, and it has come up a whole bunch that I wish this Hobgoblin Bandit Lord had haste, and that it didn't cost any mana. But I'm not sure that War Chief is actually good enough. So we just play a second Bandit Lord, right? Although I can just kill this thing. How does Ward read? Is Ward's spell or ability? Oh, how do I do rules Ward? Does that work? I know you can search rules with MTGObot. Ward is a triggered ability. Whenever a permanent with Ward becomes a target of a spell or ability. So I'll have to discard a card if I do that. If I try to kill this thing. Is that worth it? Maybe? I mean, they have 4 mana here. I think it's a 4/4. I actually can't remove it. Can I? Okay. So we're just going to play out this and this. It only works on things that have entered already. I'm going to play this Hobgoblin Bandit Lord anyway. Right? Is the 1 damage worth it? Worth not getting another one in play? Probably not. Say we just let it happen. It's a close call though. Think, yeah. So next turn we can actually activate Den of the Bugbear and play Skirk Prospector, which may turn the tides somehow. I mean, it makes these Foundry Street denizens pretty big. Although, would I just want a lava coil off the top? I don't know. I would want a Snoop off the top. I know that. These look so much better with the box on them. Right? Am I crazy? These look worse with the box. These look better. Okay. Do I do it? If they block, I can discard the mountain. We don't want to swing with this. So these are going to be 3/3s. This will die if it blocks. We're fine with any blocks they have here. Some neat play on the board. I've been liking the way the deck plays. Yeah, that makes sense. You kind of got to do that. So we only get to deal 1 damage here because only one goblin has entered, but so we can't kill this now. This is going to be 9. So this trades. Nothing happens here. Well, we can play Skirk Prospector and kill it, actually, can't we? By sacking something else? But that seems a little bit nuts. That's a lot of resources devoted to that. I think I'm just gonna hit them. We lost our Den of the Bugbear. They still have this thing. They're at 9. We have Ramunap Ruins and a board. So should have shocked that in. Should have shocked it in. Just been kind to me. Is this a for fun deck or actually have wheels? Well, it's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good so far. I mean, we're currently 1-1, but it's not like we lost in like a embarrassing way. It's a very basic game plan. Like I kind of say very often about Goblins decks, not like people won't be able to beat you if they want to. The question of whether the meta is set up such a way and they want to. So we got there against Black-Red. So we're 2-1. We beat humans and we beat Black-Red and we lost to... Wow, why is my memory so bad? We lost a close one to Mono Blue Spirits. That's what we lost to. So far it feels pretty good. I gotta say. I came up with the deck a while ago for Modern and haven't known enough about the format to been like, oh yeah, let me just pile all the goblins in a deck and play. But we have the tools. I don't know. I told you I came up with the deck like 20 minutes ago. I've played 3 matches. We're super aggro. Is anybody's mono green Tron matchup good? Like, if you think aggro is good against them, this might be the most aggro deck in the format. All I've got against them right now is Damping Sphere. But we go crazy wide. They take a little bit to go wide. We can kill on turn 3 or 4. Probably 4, not 3. But like you can go Foundry Street Denizen, Foundry Street Denizen. The Snoop is incredible. The Snoop is incredible. I mean, I'm playing 39 goblins, and like, the low amount of lands and the fact that every single thing is a goblin makes Snoop play like Frenzy. What was that card? The Snoop is so good in this deck. Like, you're drawing 3 or 4 goblins off of it easily. Easily. The card that has been surprisingly good, Experimental Frenzy. Thank you, Solar Crashing. The card that's been surprisingly good was Krenko. Also, Snoop, they're not like infinite combos, but there are still combo kills that you can do with Snoop. When you get the Skirk Prospector in play and you just start ripping through goblins, and you eventually, I mean, this is Winoda, right? So we're gonna kill this with our Firebrand, I think. And we'll know that our Winoda matchup is bad after this matchup, I assume. Because Winoda, I'm gonna be honest, is probably just like a better version of this deck. Oh, this may just be that green-red mid-range deck. Okay. Because I have like the engine here, I guess it's okay to just play this Snoop out and have it die to whatever their instant speed shock is, but I don't like doing this. Yes, Snoop is fantastic in Modern. It has spawned basically an entire deck built around it. So next turn we're going to play Krenko, and then the turn after that we're going to play Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord, and probably Legion Loyalist as well. Wow, they don't kill it. They don't kill it. This is a Naya deck. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, you got it. Well, you can't block with your tokens if I don't want you to. So maybe I'm not playing Krenko this turn. We'll see. If we get another Haster, I would guess not. Battlecry Goblin. Battlecry Goblin is not bad. But do I play it off the top instead of Krenko? They Winoda and they hit one trigger. I'm going to want to have piled as many goblins into play as possible. And Krenko doesn't really do that. So I think we just do this. Another Legion Loyalist on top. Can't actually play this. I should just trade, right? Because if they just play a naked Winoda, I don't care. There's no way that they're going to trade this thing. Okay, they trade it. I think I'm fine with it. I'm assuming this is Winoda, and I can't have them block, or I can't have them attack and get a trigger and just have like a shit ton of wolves and stuff. Although, I guess I don't care about the wolves. I don't know. I think Modern Goblins, I don't know how much tier matters anymore, but Goblins will never be an S tier deck, and I think it's pretty much as strong as it's gonna be right now, and it's really, really strong, Modern Goblins. Like, it just top 8'd last weekend, and got a lot of really good matchups. Alright, Essica. I mean, I have 2 Legion Loyalists, so this Essica doesn't matter as much. I think here, I know there's a Legion Loyalist on top, so the Essica itself can block us, as can this Fable when it becomes a creature. So we're just kind of in this holding pattern now. I think I play Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord, and a Legion Loyalist, and just pass. I play Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord, and a Legion Loyalist because I want to be able to activate it next turn. Although I should have played Krenko. I should have played Krenko because I guess I'm gonna attack because I will gladly trade. Oh no! Oh fuck! I'm playing bad. I was saying I want to attack because I'll trade with the chariot token. Well, now they have to crew with this reflection if they want to get the chariot out. So maybe I did the right thing. I don't know. Not sure. Okay, that's a pretty decent draw, isn't it? Because that means I can play Krenko and activate. But I probably don't even want to do that. Actually, I probably do want to do that, don't I? Because I need to get 2 goblins into play to kill this thing. Actually, I can just play Krenko and Loyalist and then... Yeah. I don't have to activate this. Let's just play this. Play this. I obviously should have not paid 1 life to do this. That was just me double-clicking my lands and not really being concerned enough about it. So you need crew 4, which means they can't activate that. They can double block this. Actually, they can't because they're not going to be able to attack with... or they're not going to be able to block with tokens. So this just kind of fell into place by accident. And it's looking pretty good. If they swing with a Winoda, I'll be in kind of bad shape, but... Meaning they draw a Winoda, play it, and swing. But I think we've won this game? Here comes the 6 mana 2 wolves guy, but the 2 wolves can't block, so it's just a 6/6. And we go super wide. So should be game. I mean, it's almost game just with this Krenko attack, right? You're gonna see how cool this Krenko thing is for people who weren't here earlier. You activate Battlecry Goblin a bunch, and then you swing with, what is this? What are you doing? Copy of target token. You gonna make wolves? Okay. Not blocking. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. This becomes a 5 something. We get 5 things and we just like kind of go over the top. They only have 1 blocker right now. So I'm just gonna do it because it's definitely lethal. You do have to do this before the attack, which loses you 1 power off, or a couple power off of the other thing. They didn't let me do it, but whatever, it is what it is. So we want to be able to kill Winodas when we see them. That's very important. And we want to be able to clear their 1/1s when we see them. That's very important. I don't think Ringleader is going to draw nearly as many cards as Winoda does. So we're going to need to kind of get a little bit lucky. I think Pile Driver is really bad. And we're just going to go like this. They don't have that many 1/1s, but like we need to be able to kill their 1/1s early, right? They do gain life, but not in a fashion where Skullcrack will help. So I think we're just going to go like this. I would love to win against Winoda. Mono Blue Spirits has beat every deck I've played against, and I think it's because I'm just walking into their stuff. If this hand draws a land, it's really, really good because it just kills all of their elves that they play before they can get a Winoda out, right? Oh, maybe not. Actually, Chain Whirler on the draw is not fast enough. Oh, I should have realized that. We may still be able to win, though, even though I already messed up my mulligan decision. I don't know if I would have mulled this anyway. So next turn, we're just going to Instigator. We're hoping they don't do the turn 3 Winoda off of Prosperous Innkeeper and Mystic thing. On the play, Chain Whirler is fast enough. So this is their nut draw. Which we can interact with and just didn't. Didn't keep a hand that could. Feel kind of silly. We are gonna attack, I believe. Because we want to put the Fear of God into them. And we have blockers anyway. So blocking with either of these would be fantastic for us. Never going to do it. They need land Winoda. They only have 4 cards in hand, but they're going to draw their 5th. Let's see it. And they can whiff. They only get 2 triggers. They can't whiff twice. They can whiff once. I don't think it's mathematically possible for them to whiff twice. I guess it is. Because they have 20 more lands or something like that. Okay, Brutal Cathar. That's not Winoda. That... I know they both start with W, but that's not Winoda. They don't both start with W, by the way. That was... it's hard to call that a joke. Just like to say dumb things to make people disagree with me. So now we get to attack. And we wiped out their... They didn't have the... They probably have Winoda and not the next land is what happened. So... We're looking like genii. That's plural for geniuses. You know any of those people that say octopi or cacti? Ask them what the plural for geniuses is. Or for genius is. Because it would be that. Do we just play Battlecry Goblin because we have another? I believe the answer is yes. Math is for blockers and for people who don't have backups of all the good cards in their hand. So they kind of have to block this Battlecry Goblin. They'll probably block it with the Voice. They'll block the token with the Brutal Cathar. They'll take 6, 7, 8. They go to 3. Apparently they disagree on what the best blocks are. I don't know. I don't think that was the right set of blocks, but sure. Are they going to board wipe? Or are they just planning on casting Winoda and trying to get a whole bunch of blockers? I guess that's their way to win. But I'm going to Instigator and then activate Battlecry Goblins, so they're probably pretty dead. What is this? Esseka's Chariot. Alright, so they get a bunch of tokens. This is a 4/4 now. If any one of our goblins was able to deal 4 damage, they'd be dead. And they are. Although, they're not going to deal 4 on their own, but we're going to get 2 through who will deal 4. And I think that is another just free point of damage. Gonna give him haste. Gonna swing. Alright. So we beat Winoda. That's a good showing. We've got our money back, which is more than I can say for Sewer Steel. Shoutouts to Mr. Bodingles if you're out there. I hope you're streaming, because I'm I'm gonna be done after this match, but I'd say this is a great first showing for the Goblins deck. Mr. Bodingles is streaming right now. He's getting the raid after this for sure. Got 50 viewers. He doesn't need my raid. Um, but I was playing his Sewer Steel deck the last time I played Pioneer. But you know what? Should have just followed my heart and played a bad aggro deck. Oh wait, that's what I was doing. I guess I should have played Goblins. I didn't expect this to be as good as it's been. Losing to mono blue spirits because I got so brutally mana leaked by a 1-mana mana leak. What do you even do about that card? How do you beat that? Like, how do you beat the God Hand of Flash Creature into Curious Obsession into Hold Up Mana Leak? Like, you just need, like, 2 removal spells, I guess? But this deck is light on those. So their Mana Leak is just really good at, you know, keeping us from getting a good... any spell that they choose. We do have main deck Pile Drivers, and maybe we just have to mulligan to those? I don't know. Come on. You don't want to play Pioneer? Why are you in the queue? Alright, they actually did. Oh shit! It's Mr. Bodingle! I don't know what he's playing today. He's gonna see. Can't be Goblins then. We're just throwing some friendly shade back and forth. I think you're supposed to start with the non-hasty creature. So this is exciting. He was showing me some like really bad blue-black artifacts deck earlier today. I don't want to look at his private messages, but I would have a picture of his likely exact deck list. I don't think it's any good. I think he has like 2 creatures that do anything. And I don't think it's going to end up... I want to say this is a good matchup. I mean, it's got Thoughtseize and things like that in it, but we're probably going to be pretty okay. Do I Battlecry Goblin and then use Skirk Prospector sacking itself? Well, sacking one or the other to pump? Because that's pretty bad to Fatal Push, but he's got to play a lot of do-nothing artifacts to get his plan going. Yeah, Moonsnare Prototype. He can still, he's still got 2 mana. 3 mana. Patchwork Automaton. All right. As Ward 2, we could kill it with the Firebrand. Maybe we're gonna? We should just attack past it. Who cares? So... I could just swing with a bunch. Like, so I play this. I get 2 mana. This is 2, 4, 7. I make another goblin anyway. And then I can even turn that goblin into a Foundry Street Denizen if I wanted. I'm not going to do that. But yes, I think I am going to sack one of the prospectors to make mana. Because I end up with another goblin. I already have a Skirk Prospector. He's not going to block with his Patchwork because next turn it's going to be a 2/2. But if he does block with the Patchwork, he's probably dead anyway. So I imagine his goal right now is to equip this. Um, but I'm not sure, like, how he really goes about that. He's got 4 mana. He could play Tezzeret, make this into a 5/5 or something like that. I actually don't know if that's how it works. Tezzeret might only make it a 5/5 if it's not already a creature. So like I said, he's on a blue-black artifact deck with Herald of Anguish and Tezzeret. I didn't mention those cards before, but that's what he's got. And that Deadly Dispute is looking desperate. So he does equip. He gets the lifelink. Is this a fatal push? Okay, it's a fatal push. And that's fine because we have a second one. But the lifelink is sort of problematic. I wonder if he swings because it's 2 for 3. Doesn't swing. Okay, pretty decent draw. So I can Foundry Free Denizen. And then I can Battlecry Goblin. And then I can sack this to activate Battlecry Goblin. And then how much damage is that? 2, 4, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Everything will attack for at least 2. Except the goblin, but I can sacrifice that. Okay, so I guess I'm doing that. And we may end up trading our Battlecry Goblin here and just never being able to close this game out, but I think we'll be fine. Actually, 6, 7, 8, 9. As long as we untap, we should be okay. We can sack whatever he blocks. We'll see. All right, so he blocks the Battlecry Goblin. He's got nothing left. So if I sacrifice this, he takes 6, 7, 8, 9. But if I sacrifice both of these, he takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So guess what we're doing. It got. So the deck is good. He was appreciative of that. So I think we're gonna play this Skullcrack over over a Lava Coil. I'm not sure. I feel like it's tough. These Chain Rulers are going to be pretty bad on the draw. I think the Chain Rulers are pretty bad on the draw because everything will be bigger than a 1/1 by the time it comes to it. But that's probably way too many Skullcracks. And Lava Coil sucks against Patrick Automaton. And Chain Ruler is actually decent against like a bad one. Maybe I'm supposed to just try and go faster and take out like a Ringleader for a Skullcrack, but I'm going to try it like this. Oh, wait. Maybe shouldn't go to 61. Take out Krenko. Just one Krenko. He's telling me that he tried Elder Spell at my suggestion, just because like Mono Green Tron's like the best list right now. So if you have something that says destroy all Planeswalkers, like why not? And it's not even all; it's any number, and he's got Planeswalkers. So Tons of blue tonight. No mono green for them. Me neither. This is looking like a Moonsnare prototype, but I think you're supposed to play the artifact. Pithing Needle. Well, I can tell him what he should name. That doesn't even work. Oh no. He named Skirk Prospector, but that doesn't work. I knew he was asking. There's no way he wasn't. That sucks. We're just gonna start with Foundry Street Denizen. Because it says unless they're mana abilities, that's why you're allowed to sacrifice. With Skirk Prospector and a Pithing Needle naming it. He's messing up. I'm messing with him too much by talking to him. But Bojangles is a friend. Friend of the channel. Never met him in person. Just one of those online friends that all the Zoomers talk about. So this has got to be either Fatal Push or Drown in the Lock. I think the best play considering that is just Instigator. So let's just do that. I mean, maybe the best play considering that there's an argument, I'll say, for playing the both 1-drops if there's Drown in the Locks over there. I doubt there are. But yeah, if there's Drown in the Locks over there, you can play your 1-drops before you even have a single thing in your yard. Maybe I should have played Foundry Street first. But I like the fact that I can play a 2-drop and Denizen next turn if I draw a land. I also like the idea of maybe powering out a Bandit Lord eventually, which I hadn't thought about until this moment. Okay, there's that. I mean, there's almost certainly a Fatal Push over there, but they don't have a way to get rid of my Bandit Lord, so I don't think they're playing counter spells. I don't think Essence Scatter is coming in, right? So let's just hit him for 6 or 4, excuse me. Thinking it's Chieftain, but it's a Bandit Lord instead. Looks like they're gonna kill. Oh, okay. So they sacrifice Pithing Needle, naming naming Skirk Prospector because it does nothing. And now I can activate Battlecry Goblin without feeling bad about it. I was going to tell him, like, I can play as if you name the right thing, but he sacks it to Deadly Dispute to hide his shame. Eats his shame. I wonder if there's, like, a needle in this art somewhere. Oh, it's the necklace. Blood Fountain. Good old do nothing, but it could have a Herald of Anguish here. And then what would I discard? Looks like a Herald of Anguish. Okay. So I'm going to have to discard. And I guess I have to discard the Denizen because the Prospector is going to give us too much gas. We can actually kill this? Can we? So if I do this and then I play, I can make 4 goblins enter the battlefield, but not more than that. And he can start sacking to kill all my stuff. So I think I attack with everybody but the Bandit Lord. And then I'm going to have to discard this Battlecry Goblin if I don't play it. But he didn't block, so I can't do 5 to it. But I can force him to sacrifice something. Or I can just hold it. Hold both. I actually don't really hate that. It's a tough call, though. I think... Do we need lands to really get anywhere? I can play the Instigator, sacrifice it, activate, deal 1, 2, 3 to them. They go to 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That, yeah, I mean, I do kill them the turn after. Let's just do that. And this is just free. I mean, if they kill my Bandit Lord, I just draw another one. Yeah, it sucks, but I'm not gonna be able to play this Battlecry Goblin. I'm just gonna lose it to discard. We have a lot of live draws, but we also have a bunch of damage in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They block. Any goblin would kill them because we could deal the last point of damage with Bandit Lord if it survives. But probably not. Thanks. Wait. Happier than what? If you haven't seen Mr. Bodingles before, you should go check him out. He's who we're rating next. This is a pretty... we're going to be on the play next game, even if we lose here. So, like... I think we're pretty favored to win, but we may lose. We may lose. Possible. They have a lot of things going on. I realize now I didn't put any music on today. I guess that's good. I don't know. I don't know what you guys even prefer. Like... Sure, it's split. Not necessarily down the middle, but I know not everybody agrees. For this, put in Discord while Bodingle thinks. Maybe Lava Coil's better. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Let's do a split right now. Lava Coil, because it's not like I was bringing in all 4 against Winoda anyway, right? Lava Coil. So, because I don't think you're supposed to heavily sideboard this deck at all. Killing that. And then I guess he just came to the conclusion that we did, where, like, if he doesn't kill the bandit, he's dead. You kind of got to kill it. And then I just have 4 damage. But if I draw another bandit, or even another Battlecry Goblin, we're gonna sacrifice it just to get him. It's going okay. We're 3-1 with a deck that we made ourselves just a little bit ago. And we're playing our friend that we're going to raid right after this. And this is our last match. We could have to play one more game if we don't win this one. We'll see, though. Franco, I like. They'd have to sacrifice some things. I think I'm just going to swing at them. Although, I can only really deal 2. Because I don't want to lose the Prospector, do I? Because if I draw a Ringleader, that's like really what I need to get back in this game. So I need the 4th mana. But I think I do swing at them for 3. Take them to 5. If they ever gain, you know, enough life, like if they hit me with the Shadow Spear next turn, I'm dead, right? Like I can't really beat that. Well, I could. I could draw a whole bunch of cards. So this is 5 damage, but not really, because they're gonna block this. But it does mean they can't attack. Terrarian, what a bad card. There's a ton of air in their deck. And when I say air, obviously they can sacrifice these artifacts to kill my stuff, which Terrarian is actually one of the best things for them to do that with. But they have to spend a lot of mana and kind of spin their wheels a whole bunch. Whereas we are just firing on all cylinders, I think. You gotta kill Krenko, right? Ooh, okay. Well, now you gotta kill Krenko, right? You can tap one of your treasure tokens, sacrifice the tapped treasure token, and then kill Krenko. What is like the absolute best draw? Is there something that just straight kills them? It's got to be Battlecry Goblin, right? Because then I swing with 2/2/2s. No, it wouldn't be enough. Wouldn't be enough. Actually, no, it would be enough. 2/2/2s and a 3/2. They block the 3/2, but the 1/1 that the Battlecry Goblin makes kills them. So, Goblin off the top, please. That's what I want. Also important to note that if they kill this Krenko now, they won't be able to activate Herald on my turn. And if this Krenko attacks, you know, I get 2 1/1s, so like this chip damage I'm doing is super relevant. That's all good. So I wonder. Okay, so he's gonna do what I said first. Oh no, he has a Terrarian. Okay, well then you should just definitely attack this Terrarian to kill my Krenko, right? Yeah, so there goes Krenko. So I believe. Okay, well it has haste at least. I think we do attack and take them to 2. And we lose our Skirk. Like, I think they go to 2. We don't have like just straight up damage. Oh, I could just draw Skullcrack. Forgot that I boarded that one in. But if at any point they just like play Shadow Spear and hit me, they go back up to 7. I can still kill him from 7 with a goblin off the top, but I always call it a goblin, a battle cry goblin off the top. I don't know. I mean, they're dead even with this blocking, so there must be something. Ramunap Ruins is enough eventually. Let's play this before we fuck up. We need another land. Now lands and creatures kill them. I think we've got this, which will bring us to 4-1. We'll crack some chests and then send you over to Bodingle. Ooh. I don't know. Anyway, if you have comments on the deck, or you have anything like that, you want to talk about it, hit us up on Twitter, Discord, whatever. Comment below the video. I guess I could have not attacked knowing that he could sacrifice a bunch of stuff to keep me from doing any damage and just like left the one goblin in play. But right now I'm just kind of hoping to draw a land. I mean, he's got to do this, right? I wasn't even paying attention. I just swung with everything. And I want to keep his board clear of artifacts, I guess. Okay. I mean, I guess he sees he needs like to really draw that Shadow Spear. If he draws a Shadow Spear, I'm dead, right? Especially now. Although he'd have to swing. And at this point, every card in my deck is alive. Only got the 4 lands. Couldn't play another Herald of Anguish if he drew one. Pithing Needle. Naming Ramunap Ruins. Ooh, okay. That's going to be good. That one hurt a little bit. Den of the Bugbear. The deck is the best deck you've ever seen. I hope you're talking about mine. We're doing okay though. I think this one takes 2 artifacts to kill. Oh, just a straight up counter spell. All right. I mean, I wouldn't have countered that, I don't think, if I was him, to be honest. Because, like, you can just kill it. And I may have things that you can't kill. Here's the Karn. Got him to 2. The needle hurts. You may have to go to game 3 here. Just a second. Land would have done it had it not been for the needle. Would have got there. Can still, but need I guess Skullcrack? Alright, I'm gonna text you when I'm done here. I should be done in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Have a good night. Thank you for the good luck. Ooh, Venture's Fair. He's gonna start. Skullcrack will do it though. Come on, Skullcrack. One time. This doesn't do it, does it? Just barely doesn't do it. He had it. Had it anyway. Needed Skullcrack. All right. So we're going to game 3. What do we need? I think we were fine. I mean, obviously in that game, I think chain rollers are going to be a little bit better here than they were a second ago. Pile driver is okay. I think we just want to be as fast out of the gate as we can. So maybe I cut this ringleader. I kind of don't like the pile driver here, even though it's huge. Let's keep it. Keep it. We'll keep it like this. One Skullcrack, just for the top decks. And the rub-ins. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. We really want this 4-1. What's their record? Brought up their stream and then I paused it. I was going to raid them after. Then we happened to get matched against them. But I can't go look because I don't want to see their hand. And his thing, his record doesn't work half the time anyway. Am I? Yes, I would like to play first. Well, there's the Skullcrack. So if it was ever going to be good, we'll know. It has a clear curve. It kills their Patchwork Automatons that they play on turn 2. They're mulling to 5. That's good news for us. I don't know if they're looking for board wipes or if they're looking for Shadow Spear or if they're just looking for land. But never hate a mull to 5 when your opponent doing it. I'll take it. So aggro decks, this is an interesting concept that I don't know who makes it to the end of these videos. If you do, answer this question in the comments. Aggro decks are decks that punish missing land drops usually. And discard decks generally punish mulligans. Are there any other decks? Any other rules like that exist? What we want to see is Patchwork Automaton right here. What we got was nothing. It could be Metallic Rebuke. So I am going to save this Chain Whirler and just play the Denizen. Attacking for 4. They take it. Boundary Street Denizen coming at you. Inventor's Fair gains them life if they have how many? 3 or more artifacts, and they only have 1 right now. The Skullcrack may gain 1 life. Okay, there's the Shadow Spear that they need. In general. So the Skullcrack might get them. They only have 1 mana here, and it's blue. We're going to attack them for 5, 6, more than that. Gonna hurt him pretty bad. There's no mana leak. They can't gain any meaningful amount of life. I guess they could board wipe, and then I'll wish I had saved this Chain Whirler. But I also have Den of the Bugbear and Ramunap Ruins and Skullcrack. Bring them to 5. Whoops. We can... Oh, it is Metallic Rebuke. Okay. Man, I forgot. I thought they were tapped out. I said only 1 mana over there. I forgot Metallic Rebuke is just completely improvised. But we have all of the things we need to kill them. Karn, you got it. If it's just a construct, they're dead. They're dead for Xaxes, aren't they? Well, now with Den of the Bugbear, we don't even have to waste the card in hand. That looks like game. GG. They give us the GG. We get a hard-fought 4-1. With our brand new deck. Who would have thought that putting goblins in a deck could work? Just piling them all in there. We need to make some adjustments, but feels good. The engine of Snoop and 39 goblins is insane. Hobgoblin was great. Every time I played it, I, felt like I was ahead. Ringleader was great. Maybe we want more, but I don't know how many more you want with 21 lands. Let's crack these chests, and then we'll send you over to the bow. All of them at once? All of them at once. Alright. We got a Myojin of Blooming Dawn, which looks like a garbage card. The commander card, right? That's the new commander thing. We got a Bard class, which is a garbage card. I mean, people play it, but it's not good. Disaster Radius. No thank you. Fae of Wishes probably cost 2 cents. Gravebreaker Lamia. Helm of Kaldra, which I think was hard to find on Magic Online for a while. And Silumgar. This would have totally wrecked me, Silumgar. But it is what it is. So anyway, we're rating Mr. Bodingles. If this is your first time here, consider following. If you're watching on YouTube, come follow on Twitch. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to keep playing probably this deck and Modern. Just slowly making it better and better. So have a good night, everybody, and thank you for joining me.